Why did the Bretton Woods system strain US gold reserves? Imagine a world where the US dollar was directly linked to gold, and everyone trusted that the US had enough gold to back up their dollars. That was the core idea behind the Bretton Woods system. After World War II, the United States held about 65% of the world's gold reserves, giving the dollar a lot of confidence. Countries around the world pegged their currencies to the dollar, which was convertible to gold at $35 per ounce. This made the US dollar the main reserve currency, and everyone depended on it for international trade and finance. But as the years went by, things started to change. The US began running large trade deficits because it was importing more than it exported. The government also spent heavily on domestic programs and military efforts, which increased the supply of dollars overseas. Many foreign central banks and governments accumulated large dollar reserves, hoping to keep their currencies stable. Over time, they started converting their dollar holdings into gold because they doubted whether the US could keep enough gold to cover all those dollars. This created a problem. The US was supposed to keep enough gold to back the dollar, but with so many dollars circulating, it was impossible to do so fully. The US had to choose between tightening monetary policy or risking losing gold reserves. Tightening policy meant raising interest rates and reducing the money supply, but that could slow down the economy and cause unemployment. The US government was reluctant to do that because it wanted to keep economic growth strong. Meanwhile, inflation was rising, and gold's value on the open market was increasing beyond the official price of $35 per ounce. This made it profitable for people to buy gold at the fixed rate and sell it on the open market for more. This arbitrage drained US gold reserves even faster. Efforts like the London Gold Pool tried to stabilize gold prices, but they only worked temporarily. By the early 1970s, the US gold reserves were dangerously low. The government decided to end dollar convertibility into gold in 1971, stopping the gold standard altogether. This move, called the Nixon shock, effectively ended the Bretton Woods system. The collapse of the system reflected the challenge of maintaining a fixed exchange rate backed by gold in a constantly changing global economy. It also showed how the US dollar's role as the main reserve currency created pressures that could not be sustained forever. This shift paved the way for the flexible exchange rates and fiat currencies we see today, where governments can manage their economies without being tied to gold.